Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm Shadows Pub, bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own post or someone else's you really like. Take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel, come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but text and link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Okay, let's get started. And if I change screens so posts can be seen. And Blue's up first. Boy, he was
Hello
waiting.
all. How goes it? I see a new PYPT emoji to start the calendar year. Very exciting.
Refreshed all the graphics. New look.
Yeah, the show graphics record header. Very cool. Uh, on that note, 2023, I have started planning out the garden. It's a little tour, a video tour of how I do my process. I've been using some Excel sheets, well, actually Google Sheets, but spreadsheets to track the last few years and also help me plan for the coming year. I dropped some helpful links for where I buy my seeds and sort of my thought process behind discuss frost and whatnot. And it's my process of how I plan. I guess this means that the plumber's not here yet.
So you're doing, I see you've used 3Speak. You're also doing YouTube?
Yeah, right there in the three speak, actually, just a couple of lines in. I also drop in a link to the YouTube for those of you that would prefer to watch it on YouTube.
And oh, I see a message there that says video unavailable. Playback on other websites has been disabled by the video owner. Watch on YouTube.
What?
Yeah, maybe there's a setting on your YouTube channel that you haven't noticed.
No, I'm watching it on three speak right now. This file cannot be played. Error code 232001. That is weird.
Maybe it's a 3Speak issue. No, it was further down. The YouTube one that you put in the link to it.
Playback on other websites has been disabled by the video on. Watch on YouTube.
That might be a setting
Huh.
that you haven't noticed or something. I wouldn't be
And
surprised if YouTube defaults to that and you have to actually turn on allow embeds.
yeah, it always used to work, but I'll have to go see if there's a setting I did that they changed.
Yet oddly enough, I don't do any settings on mine, and um, it manages to show up. That's weird.
Hmm.
It's YouTube. What can we expect?
Yeah.
So are you planning on planting more or about the same amount and see what happens as far as drought conditions go?
Um, more of some things, less of others, and new stuff that I haven't tried before. So sorry to be so vague. I'm I I did 16 different varieties of tomatoes last year. I think I'm probably closer to 10 this year, maybe 12. Although I did add just yesterday yet two more varieties.
Six,
Um,
16
but more of the
varieties?
ones that the family really liked and experimented a little more too.
That's amazing. I can't even name 10 or 12 varieties, much less 16.
Cherry
I
tomatoes,
actually,
beefsteak tomatoes, and I'm dead after that.
well, so I have four different kinds of beefsteak and I have eight cherry tomatoes. Oh man, I guess I have more like 20 I'm planning.
I didn't even know there was more than beefsteak. I thought beefsteak was beefsteak and that was that. You really get into
Um,
this.
cherry tomatoes are, I have a blue one, I have a yellow one, I have a pear tomato, I have a grape tomato. They're all in the cherry type, meaning small.
Right.
Um, I actually 3 kinds of cherry tomatoes, and I ordered a new one that I've never tried before. It's called a black cherry, um, and it's like a deep, deep purple slash black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are. Hmm. Ah, this is a new button. I never saw this before about sharing.
Ah, they may have updated some of their settings. I may have to
Mm-hmm.
double check. Is she up in the
Does
general
it?
chat queue? Yeah. Benazir, join us down the show text channel and we'll be able to find your emoji. See where Q has tagged you?
There's a button called Allow Embedding under a new sharing category, and
Ah,
now it seems to show up.
so now you have to do it deliberately. I better check because I may have to do that as well.
I don't know when they changed that because I thought I should, well, now that I've changed the, oh, maybe it'll show up on the other one too.
Hopefully.
So, question for Blue. When you were talking about your tomato varieties, did you say that you had a blue tomato?
Uh, I did.
That's amazing. I've never heard of such.
And you also had
Um,
a dark colored pepper too, didn't you?
Yeah, the chocolate pepper. I remember that one, but I just never heard of a blue tomato.
Purple pepper is my most uh, prolific other color pepper.
So do you notice much difference in flavor?
Yeah, there is a very big difference. Um, the uh, blueberry cherry tomato, which actually is blue and sort of yellow striped, is less sweet than the pear tomato, the yellow pear, which is the sweetest tomato I've ever tasted. Um, the white cherry is a second. It's actually yellow, but it's the second sweetest. They're sweeter than the red one. The purple pepper has less pepper flavor, if that makes sense, than just a green bell pepper or yellow pepper.
Very neat. So some of those tomatoes are almost like dessert tomatoes.
So we serve them up. We'll do a caprese salad, which is the fresh salad, which is just slices of tomato and mozzarella and basil and some olive oil and balsamic vinegar. And that's either an appetizer or just a standalone where we just nibble for a lunch.
That'd be tasty.
And actually, when I'm out gardening, I'd say the yellow pear tomatoes are like a snack where I don't even make it inside. I end up last year I had a hard time getting almost any peas inside. My snow peas were just I mean I was just nibbling them like candy as I was outside. And, and I'd go inside with a bowl and there'd be like 7 peas in there and I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
So my parents
Not
always
really.
had a hard time getting a harvest off the peas. It wasn't really because the peas didn't grow. It was just because they kept sending us kids out to pick them.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. And then when I send Linnea out, my daughter out to help me water, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I might have eaten all the peas."
I don't remember the
Which
parents ever growing cherry tomatoes. It probably would have been the same problem.
it's not a horrible problem to have as your kid is outside eating, fresh vegetables.
Yeah, true. Okay, thank you, Blue.
Ah,
Abdul
you're welcome.
Abdul Ad, Abdul Kudus. Boy, I need to have my tongue reworked. Did we put him to sleep? Come on, Q.
Okay, hello. Good evening.
There he is.
So, and we are welcome back to the show again, and I really appreciate. I also greet everyone, and I wish everyone a happy New Year also. This post is by Hope Stylist. So she discussed about the essence of parenting and how our parents must have lacked a lot these days. So, due to guidance and um, any other parental act that they are supposed to be responsible for. She also made a narration about her story about how she had to wander around because she grew up in an environment where there is no, where she lacks parental care. So, and she had the opportunity to mingle with people and like maybe inculcate bad habits, but she didn't. She didn't do such. So maybe just her personality or something like that. So the post is a little inspiring and intellectual also. So you can just try checking it out. Thank you.
All right. So posted in Motherhood by Hope Stylus, and we all know that Hope is a good writer, so you should enjoy the post. Thank you, Abdul.
Yes, ma'am.
And Kitty Girl, you're up.
I don't usually drop an emoji this early in the show, but I wanted to since the plumber's coming. This is a post by Grendan, and she is a very good writer, in my opinion. She really knows how to tell a story, and she is very thoughtful with her posts. It's really wonderful. But this post is about motherhood, and I thought it was especially good because she is showing in there how we're all human, and if you're a first time parent, you don't necessarily know everything, but it doesn't matter. You learn as you go, and the kids help you along with it. It's really sweet the way she's worded this, and she's given a couple of anecdotes about her own daughter, and it is really cool. It's a wonderful read.
Is that her daughter?
Yes, that is her daughter,
She's
and
a
there's
pretty
another
little
picture
thing.
further down. Yeah, there's another picture further down there where she's petting an animal. It's really, yeah, really, really sweet.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. I don't know why I would, be at all surprised that Granddad's a sweetheart too. So there we go. Very nice. Thank you, Kitty Girl. And I see Dreams commenting there in the channel that Grindan has landed and is now with Snook to visit. Uh, the question was asked if
Oh,
they are a
really?
couple
That is
now.
so awesome. That's wonderful.
Seems there's going to be some dream ups going on this month. Dream was supposed to be there. She's flying to a longer distance. Dream ups. So when Twitter first came out, the people around here who used Twitter used to get together once a month to have a few drinks or refreshments, and we called them tweet ups. So I just added dream and ups. Abdul, would you mute yourself, please? Uh, Q. There we go. Thank you. Okay, Chiska, you're up. And we're waiting in anticipation of her dropping her link. Chiska, where are you? Is she moved away from her? There she is. I see her typing now. All right. So what do we got? This is a post from Tango. In this post, Tango talked about a visit to the Swam area to see his old time long friends. I actually thought it was a human until I scrolled through the picture and saw other cute creatures. That Tango knows how to put a story together. Feeding missing friends on my New Year's Day walk. Interesting. Cool. Thanks, Jessica. And Benazir, you're up. There's Amy. You take a 1 week break and you guys get lost. Benazir, please drop down
Okay.
here, not in general. There we go. So I wrote,
Also, an emoji from Kim and then one from Blue before Benazir. Maybe it's
no,
just the way my
no,
Discord was
no,
stacked.
no. Benazir had already dropped hers up in general, so I added it for her. When she dropped the other one, I just ignored it because she was already in there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it was just she got herself a little turned around this morning. Okay, so I wrote this post for I think that's the Cinnamon Cup Coffee Community Challenge. It's fiction as usual. The story is a banter between a coffee bean and a tea bag. To determine who would have the biggest influence on the world, read it before I give the story away. I'll bet you it was tea had the biggest influence. It had to be. All right. Thank you, Benazir. And Enchem, you're up. I think a few people forgot Amy, so you're not alone. There we go. Enchem's going to come on voice and tell us.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
All right. Did you have a good New Year?
Yes, very fine. Good New Year.
Good.
All right. The post is all about my imaginary January 1st. It's a contest from Hive Learners community. So, it's all about if everything is under our control. If we have everything under our control, no money issue, everything. How will you like your January 1st to be like? And I really went into mind traveling, a lot of imagination. I was lost in thoughts and I was just expressing myself, my imagination, my wish and my dream, everything I've been thinking all along, how it's going to be like in the post. So you just give it a read and see how my imaginary first day of the year would have looked like if everything being equal, nothing to hinder me at all. And hopefully it should come to reality very soon. Thank you.
All right. So I got to ask. You just told me that you had a good New Year, and now you've written an imaginary New Year. Which was the better New Year? Your imaginary one or
I
the one
have
you
a
actually had?
perfect, I have a good new year, but that will be a perfect one. I wrote about a perfect one in view. What it should be like.
So maybe they were both good ones?
What?
I said maybe both your New Year's, the imaginary one and the real one, were good ones?
Yes.
Okay, we'll buy that. Thanks, Enchem.
Thank you.
And mute, please.
All right.
Thank you. And Bluefin, you're up.
And the last video was planning ahead. This post is a look actually shot on December 31st and January 1, walking around, kind of a look around at the state of the garden right now. And while it looks bleak, it's not. That's just what gardens do. They sleep on that long winter night. They take their time and they re-energize and they outwardly appear asleep. But no, they're not. They're not dead. They're just resting.
I'm kind of surprised it has that much foliage.
My flower gardens look worse. They're the ones that look absolutely bleak. But they are truly dormant. The only thing that looks exciting and green and fluffy is the Brussels sprouts, which are tiny little things, less than a centimeter. They're probably about half a centimeter,
Mm-hmm.
just a few millimeters in diameter. I'm dying to see what they look like when they finally do grow. And they've been growing since May.
Interesting. And of course, you've got the ones started down in the garden area.
My indoor basement garden, yeah, and that's the stuff where I'll start putting it outside when it gets to, in 3 months.
I like that recipe that Bluefin talks about for the glazed. That's what you call it, isn't it? A glazed Brussels sprout?
The balsamic glazed, yeah.
Haven't
Yeah.
actually tried it, but I think I would like to one day. I think we need to have Mr. Bluefin prepare it.
Yes, on one of our dream ups, we, at the same time as I put the Brussels sprouts in with olive oil and sea salt in the oven is when I start the glaze. And that's where it's all honey and balsamic vinegar.
Stuck, what are you knowing about, and where's Grindan?
Grindan is right here next to me with her blue hair.
Hi, everyone.
Blue says pics or it didn't happen.
Okay, well, let me get my camera out.
And what are you knowing about?
Oh, Brussels sprouts.
Well, if you were listening to Blue, the recipe he's talking about, I might even eat green beans cooked that way.
Oh my God.
What? Green
I
beans.
thought that'd wake you up.
We're awake.
It's all honey and yumminess.
So, little confession here. When I was freezing here on Christmas, and it was actually Christmas Day, a friend phoned over and said, "Can I bring you over a thermos of hot soup?" And I went, "Yeah, okay." So she brings me over vegetable beef. Of course, we know what's in vegetable beef.
Beans.
Yeah. There are times when beggars can't be choosers.
Do you want to warm up or eat or not eat beans?
Exactly. When I took the first spoonful that I saw it in there, and I went, "Ah, fuck, I'm hungry."
I don't blame you at all. At all. I'm trying to send this picture.
It was
Okay.
such a actually.
While we're waiting for you to figure out your technology, Amy, you're up. I liked how that comic brought Dream alive, though.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Amy.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Um, this post I just dropped is a post I find really, really attractive while I was going through my feed yesterday. It's a little boy, I guess. He had a muse, a picture of a bed on his book, and he tried to copy that picture and to draw a bed similar to that. And I really find it attractive. So I wanted to drop it here so you guys could check. He wrote down the steps he used in achieving the painting. So you guys could just check it out and see for yourself what talent he's got.
Yeah. Did he draw that picture or is he just painting that picture? If he drew it, he's a talented little lad. Ah, there we go. He's tracing it. Cool.
He, to the he said he didn't use the pencil. I think there are different ways of artistic impression, I guess, because I'm not really an artist, so I don't really know much. But I feel he said he used the brush to draw everything. You could just check it out, and it really looks like the one on that book.
Well,
After
there's
he finished painting or drawing or whatever, I don't know what he did, but it was looking exactly like that picture on that book. So maybe you guys should just check it out.
looks as though he may have done like watercolors. And
Yes,
he's got
with poster colors, I guess.
there's one picture there with the drawing or the image beside the drawing that he's doing.
Yes, I think that's the guide he was using. The book was like a muse to him. He said he got inspired when he saw the notebook on the floor, and since he's on holiday, he felt like, okay, he should just do something creative. And then he picked up the book and he started to draw exactly what he saw in the book.
He looks to have done a pretty decent job. How old is this lad?
I don't know how old he is. I
Oh,
don't know.
he's done a nice job. Anybody who
Yeah.
can freeform draw like that, whether it's with a paintbrush or a pencil. There we go. There's your pics. Can I check my DM? Yes, I can. Pics are there to prove the point. Oh. What color were you going for on that hair, Grindan? Were you going for blue or were you going for something else?
Blue all the way. That's my color.
My niece wanted to go with bright blue hair once, and she ended up with about the shade of, the blue wash that the grannies used to use.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, we teased her about that. Would somebody guide Kryptonius Rex down into the show text channel? He's curious what PYPT is, but he's up in general.
I'll take care of
Thank you. And Amy, you've got another post. Go ahead. Good time to drop some emojis, folks. And don't forget, there are draws running up in the Fluency Fun channel for those that came a little after the beginning. Okay, Amy, go ahead. Are you with? There she is.
Okay, here is my own post. I actually made a lot of work while I was on the seasonal work as tailors here or fashion designers. We had a lot of work to do. So that is one of my favorite work I did last year. I had to make this for one of my clients. She's not the bride, mind you, she's just a guest, but the wedding color was white. So she just asked me to make something unique and beautiful for her. So I came up with that design. So I wrote down the steps I used in achieving that dress. So you guys should just check it out. Thank you.
So, Dream Steve, did you know that there was a wedding dress designer in the channel? She's preoccupied. That's a beautiful dress there. She answered in general. Now, who would do that? Are there any emojis up there in the general channel since people are getting distracted? I need some emojis, folks. There we go. Amy's got another one. Ah, are we all holding back on our post today? Tired out from the holiday or what here? Okay, Amy. We gave them an opportunity to drop an emoji and move ahead of you, but they didn't. So go for it. There we go. Amy's off collecting up her link. Should be a whole bunch of links being dropped in here today that you're going to be putting into Dreamport for the Inkwell challenge this week. Have you been writing for that?
For the delay, and my phone is acting up. It was hanging. I'm very sorry for that. Okay, so this post is about me. I came to assess my self-improvement during 2022. Like when I started Hive, I started precisely August 2022. And for just so little time, I noticed how I've improved, like how I can manage my time, how Hive made me a better person. I'll just give you some of the few things I wrote there. You could check others out. Hive taught me the value of punctuality. Hive taught me the value of industriousness. Yes, because if you are not creative or industrious, you might just be outnumbered. Nobody wants to check if you're not interesting. Like your post is not really interesting. Nobody wants to check what you've written. So Hive taught me creativity, industriousness, and a lot. So you guys should just check it out and see some of the qualities I gained my stay here in Hive. Thank you.
Hive does bring a lot of things out in people, doesn't it? We end up trying things that we would probably wouldn't have tried before. So I had to laugh.
I have a question. Sorry,
Go ahead,
sorry to
Amy.
interrupt you,
Go ahead.
please. Okay, the question I have is about this dreamer stuff. I wanted to join. I've registered although, but I've even gone through the videos. I really don't know how to go about it. I don't know. So I don't know if you could just put me through here and tell me what to do. I've registered, I've watched the video, I've watched the steps to take, but I'm not still finding it easy. So I don't know if
So
there's a way you could just put.
the easiest way, Amy, is log in, go to curate, and it's going to present you with 5 posts. Read the posts, comment on the posts, and while you're reading them, take note of the order in which you like them best. And when you get through accepting them, as if they're not spam, you accept them, and then you get to the bottom of that particular screen, and you'll be asked if you want to rank them, and then you can rank them. And that's it. You're done for that day.
Okay, okay. I'll try that.
Okay. And if not, make sure you listen to those videos. We gave you the shortcut. And if the shortcut doesn't work for you, you got to listen to the video. Fair enough? So, I have to laugh here. I really do. At the beginning, I had PYPT emoji in for the emoji, and I had PYPT 2022, and they both popped up when you went to type in colon PYPT. So the suggestion was made to put 2022 and then PYPT so that it wouldn't pop up, but apparently it's popping up anyways. An adjustment period, nothing like it. Jessica, you're up. There we go. Dreamsteams just showed you exactly where to start.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Jessica.
Oh, testing the microphone one, two. I actually got a new laptop, so I'm moving more things into my system. I'm trying to see if it's working out.
Well, good for you. Do you like using the
So,
laptop better than the mobile?
I didn't get you shadows.
Do you like using your laptop instead of mobile?
Yes, it's more spacious and it allows me type fast. I'm sorry, Kim, it's not my fault. I actually wanted to drop the post for the first time. So, okay, this post is written by Nkem. And she talked about how she learned from things that learned from an experience she had with her husband, concerning a project he's working in. And so, but she didn't really believe it's gonna work out that way, and she didn't really see the, should I say the outcome or the future or whatever it is. But obviously, her hubby knows better. So, I don't want to spill more secret from Kim. So you get it out.
So you're challenging
Uh,
NCAM to present another post because you just presented hers, which is about a mindset
no
change.
way. No, I'm not challenging. I'm sorry, Kim.
She's teasing
All
you.
right, ciao.
So Seska, your timing is impeccable because you just won one HBI.
Yay. Thank you.
Now, nothing like timing that to just when the draw came up with you as the winner.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you, Seska.
My pleasure, Mom.
And Grindan, you are up next as she hangs out at Snook's place.
I'm holding the button for her.
Okay.
So this is a Hivian I've never interacted with. However, I really liked what she said. She said that there's a place on Hive for everyone. That no matter whether you're big or small, if you show up every day and you're kind and you're yourself, there's a place for you on Hive. And I thought that that was really inspiring, so I wanted to share this post.
It's really
Um,
good you've never met this person.
Never met her, but she seems friendly. I mean, she seems really friendly. And she's definitely really encouraging people, so I admire that.
She only just spent 45 minutes in the car with my brother.
Okay, but anyhow, you guys should check this post out because it really is great. Aside from my love for Snook, it's just a really great post, and a lot of us, can feel like we need encouragement at times. And Snook is one of the Hyvians that's been around for a long time, and reminds people, hey, it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to hang out, be here, just come say hi. So I thought that was important.
It is a very important post, and it's important to know that you can do a lot of things on Hive. And I've heard a rumor that this person has a hashtag named after her.
No, really?
Yep.
That's so weird.
I have no idea why that would be.
Yeah, I don't know, but if I were to attribute one, I would definitely. I kind of feel like this person almost made me want to share this post, so it's really weird. I would tie in a hashtag with that. I think.
Yeah, I think that, this person would probably have a hashtag that says something like, Snook made me do it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like that a lot, Shadows.
So you could start a Grindan's made me do it by Snook now presenting a post that you've written
Oh no, I don't even. Me what?
Kitty shared one of her poems.
Yeah,
She
Katie's
did.
got it. Thank you, Katie. I really appreciate that. That meant a lot. I was on a plane and
She was
getting here.
on 2 hours of sleep, and she's drinking beer at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, I'm also drunk apparently at 11 a.m. So happy New Year, everyone.
So in Victorian Ontario, which it often is, drinking at 11 a.m. is actually legal. So what's the problem?
Perfect. I fit right in.
That's what I said. You just didn't whatever you want.
Kitty Girl would like to know. She wants to see what color Snook's hair is going to be when Grindan leaves.
hopefully, hopefully, still white.
I hear that evil laugh. I have a feeling that may change.
Oh, by the way, in my suitcase.
There you go. Dream Steve has put in a vote. She needs to go pink.
Oh God.
That seems fair.
Anyway, so this
Pink
is
and blue are a nice mix.
this is an intervention. We've decided you need to have pink hair.
So how long are you there for?
Till Thursday.
This is Thursday.
Oh.
No.
Next Monday.
Monday.
That's what I meant to say.
Give her one drink and she wants to go home. That's a good house guest.
Yeah, I've been here for an hour. I gotta go.
Yeah, I'm leaving now. I don't know what day of the week it is. If anyone is wondering, I never know.
No, she leaves on Monday. So yeah.
And we'll see Pink Snook on Thursday.
You might see Punk Snug.
Woo!
I can't make any promises. We're gonna play with makeup, whether or not we're gonna share it. That's yet to be determined.
Oh, you have to share. It didn't happen.
Well, that's fine if it didn't happen.
No. It has to happen.
Has to happen.
We'll have some fun pics. Don't worry.
We will.
Thank you, ladies.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Sam, you're up.
Hiya.
All
I
right.
suspect we might have a grinder and made me do a hashtag soon.
Why, did
Potentially.
Grindan make you write this?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, I'm just thinking of Snook. Because Snook's made lots of people do lots of things on Hive.
She has.
Time somebody got her back.
That's so funny that I really haven't. I just suggest to people that, what would be
But
best.
we can't resist your suggestions.
She suggests with the imperative at the end of the sentence.
Yeah. So you mentioned the Dreamport challenge with the Inkwell earlier. This is an entry for that. Say the Last Dance. It's actually a fiction that I started writing about a month ago and kept getting sidetracked. So much so that I started writing it for an Inkwell prompt about a month ago and had to keep changing the story slightly because I kept changing. They change the prompt every week, and so now eventually I've settled on the monthly Inkwell prompt, which is Fortress, for the story. And in case anybody doesn't know, the Dreamport challenge is due in today for this week. So I think you got about 6 more hours to write and submit to Dreamport for today. Either creative non-fiction, fiction, or monthly fiction response to one of their prompts. So yeah, that's me.
So I think Grindan and Snook should be able to get entries in with no problem whatsoever.
Oh, plenty of time for both of them, yeah.
And still turn Snook pink. No comment coming from the peanut gallery. Thank you, Sam. And Amy, you're up.
Okay, this post was dropped in by Galen Cape. It was a prompt for last week. He asked a question that if you had the opportunity to carry some attitude, positive attitude to 2023, what attitude would you carry along? So I decided to write on that. I wrote on resilience, yeah, because every year has got its hurdles. So if one is not resilient enough, that person might not see the need to want to get back on track when such person falls. And I wrote a couple of attitude, a positive attitude that I'll be carrying along in 2023, because the little that I practiced in 2022, it took me really far. So you guys should just check it out. Be motivation for you all for 2023. Thank you.
Positive attitudes. That's not a bad thing to have at any time. And let's see who is next. Sam has won 3 HBI. Thank you, Amy. That should be an interesting read on positive attitudes. Abdul Kudus, you're up. Well, that's
Okay,
quite a
so
title.
this is a fictional write-up I made for the Inkwell prompt for the week, titled Fate. So we all have our different fates in life. So and there's no way we can do it. Anything that is bound to happen will surely happen. So there's this quote. I think I watched it in the movie that there's no matter how hard we try, can never turn back the hands of time. So and we can also not change what has happened, no matter how much we cry. So this is like a fictional write-up about two children that were brought up together in the same compound. So gradually they attended the same school and they started getting along each other. But when fate would come to place, one of them had to travel because the father had to relocate to some other state. So from there they had to drift apart. So drifting apart for years. After years of drifting apart, then later on they had to meet up again abroad. So where they attended a competition. So from that competition, then they get to talk to each other. Then finally they met each other again. Then that's all about the story. So thank you.
Thank you, Q. And
Yes,
you're entering this in the Dreamport Challenge?
yes, I'm going to make it an entry.
Good. Good for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I noticed that apparently somebody opened the text that goes with the show text voice. Let's stick to using the show text channel in PYPT so that we've got the nice long screen, wide screen to present posts on. Okay. Okay. G-Lux, you are up. G, you with us? There we go.
Hi everyone. So this post is by Marianne. She was talking about how sometimes she feels as if she's people tell her that she's negative, but she doesn't really think that she's negative. She thinks that she's rather an analyst that analyzes situations, and she thinks before she acts. She does not act just based on emotions, based on something that just happened. She needs to think very well to organize herself before she takes any action. And she talks about how her husband is the opposite, like is the opposite of her. Is the type that just rush into things, is the optimist, like is just different from her. So she talks about how our struggle to learn to let go of some things and to learn to accept some things. So that's just it.
All right. Thank you, G-Locks. Now that's a different community, emotions and feelings. I don't think I've seen that one before. Has anyone else seen it?
Yeah, I think it's been around maybe a couple of months at the most. It is fairly new,
Hmm.
definitely.
So does it get used very often, do you know, Kitty Girl?
I've just peeked in there a time or so. I really don't remember.
It'd be nice if the community pages had the name of the person who created the page or the community. It might be interesting to interview some of those community owners.
Well, oftentimes they're an admin in the community, but there may be two or three or four admins, and you don't
That's
know which
that's
one
true.
it was that created it. But it does take a while for a lot of the communities to get uh, rolling. I know, Bieber created her community, the High Memorial Forest, gosh, almost a year ago. And there's still very, very few posts in there. It's really kind of sad.
Well, that's kind of a mixed blessing, though, isn't
Well, that's a good point.
it?
That, yeah.
It's sad there's not a lot of posts, but it might be an indication we haven't lost a lot of people. Although that's not necessarily true because we've certainly heard about people passing. I know What's Up has recently lost her husband.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that. That's very sad.
Yeah, um, her husband had cancer and was in remission, and it came back, and he was taking chemo, and the chemo apparently burnt out his ability for his body to absorb nutrients, and that's what eventually killed him, which is literally the cure is worse than the disease.
Yeah, that's really horrible.
She posted about that, I think, this past week. And Seki, you're up. And I noticed you went with last year's emoji. We have a new emoji this year, but it's going to take you guys a while to get used to using it, so I'm not going to get too worried about it for the moment. Go for it, Seki.
Yeah, I noticed about the new emoji and I was looking for it. I didn't see it
So
as like,
so if you type
I don't
colon
know.
PYPT, the new one comes up.
Okay. That's nice to know. Anywho, hi, I'm Saki. Wait, why am I introducing myself? Everybody knows me
Well, you never
already.
know. There might be
So
somebody
this
new in the
is my
channel.
post for the STEM. It's been Yeah, there might be new people. This is my post for in the STEM community. I think is a popular community, science, technology, blah blah blah. Anywho, it's just talking about how animals are dealing with the cold. Like since clearly this is midwinter, I think. I'm sorry, it's Hamatan for me here, but like it should be midwinter for you guys, right? Shadows.
It is.
It is. So there are a lot of as it's literally freezing there. I'm seeing temperatures of -14, at least in some places, of Alaska, all those places. How animals are really coping with it. And like you'll be surprised, like wow, there are like these animals that can really literally freeze and come back. But let me not spoil the post for you guys. Just go check it out. Now to check out the new PYPT emoji.
I saw that here over Christmas with my two cats when the temperature in the house got down to 25 degrees Fahrenheit. They were trying to find the warm places in the house. which there weren't any at
That
that time.
that happens for animals. My two dogs, although it doesn't get as cold as Hamatan in the morning, is fairly cold for a tropical place like Nigeria. So like the puppies that I have, thank God, I also sell them off. They'll like bundle together and like find the warmest spots in the whole compound, like in the whole yard. Just find the warmest spot and like you just be looking for them. Where are they? Where are they? Then when it's now hot in the afternoon, they'll now find the coldest spots again. It's a fairly, I guess it's just animal behavior.
They'll go where their own body heat can create a heat source. My two guys discovered that if they got right up around my neck, that they also had my body heat, so that's what they did.
Mine, they don't. I'll not allow dogs near my neck because their teeth are growing and they are being very curious. So any small, I'll just like it's just better. Just let them explore and what they discovered like when it's hot, they go under the cars for shade. They go under the vehicles. You just be looking for them. Where are they? Until you actually like make noise. Or now you now see one of them. They are four little heads. They just peek what's going on before they come and meet you. Then I think when it's cold, they just bundle up and stay near their mom, at least for their own mom's body heat.
So one thing that animals can do here, particularly if there's snow around, they actually can burrow into the snow, and that creates an area that their body heat will help to keep them warm. It's counterproductive because you think of cold as snow as something that's freezing cold, but it actually has an insulating factor.
That's good to know. That's real nice to know. I did see when I was looking for animals in this post, I did see one animal like that, but I was really looking for the most extreme, the ones that you wouldn't think about exactly. So but I did see something like that. Yeah, I know. When I was reading sourcing for post materials, I saw something like that.
So you learned something today. Thank you, Seki.
I learned a lot. Yeah, thanks.
And I see ePodcaster joined us and then she deafened herself. Whoops. And Seki, you have another emoji, and so I'm assuming you have another post. And Seska won the 5 HBI. She's done well today. She's got 6 HBI. Yes, you're
I
next. I
think
didn't.
that last
Go ahead.
I think that last emoji that Seki dropped was just his trying the new one. But he probably does have another post.
Yeah.
And I bet Bieber has a post. I bet if Bieber would come up.
Oh, ePodcaster had to drop out by the looks of it. Go for it, Seki. And yes, Bieber, we encourage you to share a post.
Okay, I'm back. This is also this is a movie review. It's a fairly old movie. It's one of like the first. It's one of like my childhood days. I'm not really that old. Sure, 2013. Yeah, this is a very like when I say very nice, I mean very nice. Literally for all ages. When they say family film, as far as family film goes, Rise of the Guardians is just like it's this is my movie review, so I can't really say what the story is about. But like it's just like people trying, just like these five guys clearly they are the Guardians because like they are the main actors in the film, but like they're just trying to save what children hold dear. So yeah, it's real nice.
And Amir says it's for all children 18 and above.
It's for all ages. Even Shadows, you can watch it and like you see that wow, this is real. Like DreamWorks outdid like they really outdid themselves here.
Sounds like you were impressed with it.
I was impressed the first time I watched it when I was like 7. I'm still impressed now. So yes, I was or I am.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, Bieber, I see you say that you have no post, but I have to be curious here. Is there a ecency challenge for this week or month? Bieber's typing. Okay, go ahead and come to voice.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi. So I hope I'm not coughing too much because I'm still a little bit ill. We have the Ecency Discord posting topic, and probably it will start on Monday again.
So when is that usually due by?
Usually it's on Monday. We just made a break during the holidays now.
Okay.
I wanted to start it this Monday, but I didn't feel so very well. So probably next Monday. It always comes on Monday. It's a post which comes through my account, through Biba account. I can show you the last one later on. And it's always just a topic. Somebody writes something in the Discord, and I read this and think, that's a nice topic. But everybody outside Discord also can write about.
So if you drop it on Monday, when is it due to be in by?
Until Sunday evening.
Sunday evening.
It's the whole week until Sunday evening.
So you could share it here on Thursday and people would still have time to write something.
They could, yeah, if you like this.
You can do that.
This kind of posts.
Sure, you can do that.
People
are always looking for topics to write for.
Okay, yeah, it would be nice because there haven't been so many engagement last time.
Okay. So now you know that when you drop it on Monday, if you join us on Thursday, you can drop it into PYPT.
Okay.
And you'll have a post to share. See? We just solved 2 problems.
I have a post. I just put in the last link. This was the last edit topic we did.
Right.
Here it is. And it's always, so if the people follow the guidelines, normally everybody gets 15 Ecency points. And of course, the attention of our curators, if it's nice post.
And I'm betting that Kitty Girl could probably share the one from Ladies of Hive that they do a weekly one as well. Because there's still time on Thursday, isn't there, Kitty Girl?
Oh, yes, because the deadline for the Ladies of Hive contest isn't until midnight UTC on Saturday.
Okay. So there will be 2 posts that people can share that other people will be able to write on. And then we've got the Dreamport Challenge. See, we can get ideas to write on at PYPT.
And actually, this Ecency Discord posting topic reminds me of something I've been meaning to tell Bieber, and I keep forgetting it. But in the Ladies of Hive Discord, there is a channel called Related Communities, and you're always welcome to drop an Ecency contest post in there. Also, in the terminal, there is a channel called Contest Posts, and you're welcome to put any Ecency contest there too.
Okay, thank you.
See, now that's connections being made. I love seeing this.
Yeah, we also have a channel where the Ladies of Hive contest normally is shown in the Ecency Discord. Because we also give our Ecency.
Thank you for adding that. Yes.
Awesome.
I think I forgot this week. I have to look.
Well, it's kind of the getting going again after Christmas time. Like my newsletter won't go out until Monday because I took a break from the newsletter as well.
Yeah, soon we will get back to normal.
Whatever normal may
be.
So thank you, Bieber.
Thank you, Shadows. Bye.
And Kitty Girl, you're up.
Well, when Bieber said she didn't have a post to share, I really wondered about that. So I went to her blog and I found a post that is 5 days old, which is probably why she didn't want to share it. But I'm going to share it because it looks yummy. It's a a salad called a spoonful of luck that you can throw together to be your very first snack on New Year's Day. And it is based on lentils, and there's lots of yummy onion in there. And oh, she said just a little post. Well, it doesn't matter if it's a small post or not. If it's got something that looks this good in it, Um, but she puts in brown lentils, a little bit of beef jerky, which for a vegetarian or a vegan you wouldn't have to do that. Onion and salt, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and a little pumpkin seed oil, and stir it all together. It's best refrigerated overnight, and it looks fantastic. Would be a great one pot meal. Yeah, I love this.
The emoji that you've seen dropped, Raj, the one that looks like that. So you write colon PYPT colon, and you should have it. There you go. So there was a local person residing in Texas who often came home for the holidays, and when he came home for the holidays, he prepared a dish with black beans that he said was traditional in wherever it was he was living. But I never, traditional to serve on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I never did hear the story behind it. Is that something that rings a bell with you, Kitty Girl? I'm assuming it's something to do with Southern culture.
Well, Southern culture usually does like to serve a particular thing on New Year's Day, but it doesn't include beans in my area, but it could in other areas. But the big thing is pork of some sort, and then greens, like it could be spinach or turnips or collards or kale, whatever kind of greens you like, and that's supposed to be for good luck, financial security, and good luck. I know black beans are real popular in the Caribbean and Central America, so maybe down there they do have a tradition with black beans.
He resided in Texas, is where he lived the rest of the year, and he would come home to this area for the holidays, and he often brought a pot of them into the New Year's Day levee, which is a tradition for us locally to gather together on New Year's Day to welcome in the new year. Usually, there's public officials show up and get the glad hand. But I always enjoyed the dish, but I never got the recipe.
Well, with black beans being popular in Central America, which includes Mexico, which is adjacent to Texas,
That
I
would
know a
make
lot of
sense.
things do cross the border. So, yeah, he
Yeah.
may have picked it up from there.
Raj, would you mute, please?
Yeah, sorry. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can. That's why I asked you to mute.
Yeah, one sec.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of interesting the different traditions in different areas and cultures.
Well, I definitely love lentils and would like to try this dish that Bieber has put in her recipe. I think I'm going to bookmark that post. Thank you, Bieber.
It's kind of good timing. I have lentils and ham in my slow cooker at the moment. And Amir, you're up. Thank you, kitty girl.
Hey, what's up? I actually haven't even decided what post I'm going to share.
Your
Right?
decisiveness is astounding.
Yeah, no, it's just like decided against it. Like I had a post about football, but I was like tiring. So, oh, come on, pop. Okay, here it is. So I wrote this post about Freud and, well, Freud and time. Basically, like what time is for Freud when it comes to the unconscious and the subconscious. And basically, I tried is the key word, to summarize everything he had to say about this incident, because he has this very interesting idea of time not stopping as far as the subconscious or the unconscious is concerned. And I tried to Like the thing is, like the way he writes. Oh my God, him and Jordan Peterson. It's like some people like write, I don't know, 60 to 100 words just for one idea. So I tried to like take the keywords. Originally, I tried to summarize it, but then I was like, no, let me just like write a conclusion about it instead. And it ended up being 2,000 words long, which is honestly, it's a very good accomplishment. It was 8,000 at a certain point.
Yeah, 2,000 words kind of a short post for you, isn't it?
It's just compared to what it could have been. It's a very
It's not the number of
hey.
words, it's how you use them.
I'm trying to explain Freud. Like it's not easy.
You probably had a shorter time had you tried to explain, I don't know, love?
Baby, don't hurt me. No, no, no. Here's the thing. It was surprising to like to hear about this thought in specific. It's so basically like one of the things I tried to write a conclusion about it, which would have been longer, but I tried.
Isn't it kind of scary when your conclusion's longer than your post?
It no, no, no. Here's the thing. The whole post is a conclusion, which is why
Ah,
I was
okay.
actually going to, which is actually why I was going to write a conclusion for it, but I thought it was like it's essentially like trying to summarize a summary. Like it was very messy around the end of it. But the main idea, I think, like if there's one takeaway to take from it is you need to be more conscious of, like whenever something happens that changes you, like the change comes consciously and not subconsciously. So the saying, which is time heals all wounds, is kind of true, but also time doesn't protect you from the effects it leaves. So like causes a change in your behavior, time itself won't solve it because the change has to come consciously first. So that's the entire post. But you have to read the details to understand why that is.
So Seki was kind of right. You concluded a 100-word post in 2,000 words.
It's all about the details. Like I understand this and I understand it from people's perspective, really. Like I know that but you can't say like it's like saying hey someone to someone like hey don't walk there. Like you have to say hey don't walk there because A, B, and C, like all of these reasons for something to like for the 100 words to make sense and resonate. That's that's my that's the pain of my existence, really.
Ah, gotcha. The pain of your existence. Trying to understand
Yes.
Freud. That'll do it.
I mean, I try to understand Hegel. Have you read that guy? And
Which is,
apparently they found like 16,000 pages of lectures that weren't found before. Shani Beer shared that with me.
well, Freud is kind of an example of what an ego is. How's that?
Yeah, well, it's just a Freudian slip. I,
Oh, there was no slip to that. Thank you,
I
Amir.
don't know. I was trying. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry I took so long.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, trying to
Okay.
match my post.
Ah. And Raj, you're up. It's been a while.
Hi, can you hear me? I've
I
tried to
can.
switch my phone on to. Hey, I've got it set to push to talk. I wasn't sure if I'd unmuted it.
Okay.
Yeah, this. So I've kind of been away from Hive for a while, but over Christmas I started sort of posting the odd thing here and there. I was pretty much bored, to be honest, and then I realised I've not been coming to shows like this or sort of making myself known, and it's apparent in the comments section. So I thought I'd just come along and drop this. I've been making some digital art as well over the holidays, and I've got two of them made, and I was looking at them and I was thinking, there's something here. There's kind of like a series, and so this is the first one of the series. I used to make a lot of collage art for the Let's Make a Collage competition, Almac. But I don't know, I found I was spending a lot of time on it, too much time really, and it's kind of nice to just sort of do it off my own back. But the idea behind this post is there's if you can see the little kind of spirit guide, the sort of coming out of the trees and reflected in the lake, that's an actual African mask that I've got hanging in my house. So I'm taking I'm going to make 2 or 3 posts repeating the use of that, but I'm using Deep Dream Generator and various other sort of digital art techniques to change it every time and make something completely different. So it's generally going to be like one Creative Commons image and one image of mine over the next few months. And as per usual, I just can't help myself but write some poetry in there as well. That's pretty much the post.
That's a beautiful job, actually. Very nice. And clearly you're having fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think it's a big part of it. I did sort of stop writing on Hive at all about nearly a year ago, and then I came back this Christmas, and that was literally the difference. Starting to have fun with it again, and not sort of take it too seriously, and make sure I leave time for my other things in life. I think I was sort of hammering her too much.
Mm-hmm. So, just as a thought, if you're looking for some more engagement on your posts, have you thought about joining Dreamport?
Yeah, I think I'm already a member, to be honest, and I think I need to jump onto that. To be
Probably.
100% truthful, I need to put in when I want to get out, and that's me giving myself a little slap around the face verbally there. It's
Well, that's
just a
actually
case
what
of,
you end
yeah.
up doing on Dreamport, because what you're going to have is you're going to have 5 posts to curate and comment on, and then you're going to enter a post that will get then curated and commented on the following day. So you're going to put in and get out. As Dream calls it, is paying it forward.
Yeah, I'll go and check that out again for sure. I
Yeah.
do remember it. The last when I did leave last March, I think it was, or May, I can't remember. I'd written a big short story, like a 5,000 word fantasy story for the Dreamport Challenge, and I think it was with Scholar and Scribe community.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I didn't realize, and it was my own stupid fault, but I didn't realize that Dreamport's got quite a strict PG policy. I'd written really, really gritty, kind of dark battlefield fantasy. So
Yeah, it has to be PG-13.
yeah, but I think these posts are, so that'll be good to jump in on that as well. Thanks for the recommendation.
So it's on Dream. Since you left in March, it was probably on the test link. So it's dreamport.com now.
Okay, cool. I'll go into my
And
into my browser and just check it.
this month actually might be a good one for you, since we're collaborating with the Inkwell community. So you can do fiction or creative nonfiction.
Oh, brilliant! I've kind of not seen those guys for ages. They'll probably laugh to see me.
So
The
if you use their challenge that they put out, and that goes out on Monday, then you submit it into Dreamport on Thursday.
Yeah, I think that sounds doable. I've got a ton outside Hive on my plate now with writing, but yeah, that's like a whole week from now.
Yeah, you can get in on next Thursday.
Those who
Cool.
participate in Dreamport can earn Dream tokens, and there's always some kind of contest Dreams Team really keeps it fun for everybody. It's really an awesome group.
And the curators are earning cards now that can be merged into different levels. And Seki, what is your
Oh,
question? Seki, you have a question.
I can't really like say because like I'm busy right now. But the question is just about the collabo. Like, how would it be exactly? What are we collaborating with them for? I've just not had the time to really click the link and read the post. Sorry if this is kind of it's just a lazy question, I guess.
Okay, so you haven't read Dream's post about the collaboration?
Nah, I haven't read a post about the collaboration.
Okay. So the basic um, raw bones of it is that if you go to the Inkwell uh, challenge that they do each week, and it usually goes out, I think it's Monday, like very late on Monday evening, I think, and you see what their challenge is for that week, whether it's the fiction or the nonfiction. You create it and you submit it to Dreamport on Thursday.
Ah, that's okay. That's easy enough. That's easy enough. Thank you. So it's just to like it's to what's the word I'm looking for? Advertise the Inkwell community and the Dreamport community. I see.
Yeah, so you put it into Inkwell the way they normally want it submitted, and you make sure that it goes into Dreamport on Thursday. So if you have your post
Yeah.
ready and submitted to Dreamport by the time PYPT comes around, you'll be in on time and you'll be able to share it on PYPT, and all will be good.
All will be well.
Yeah. So is there anybody else has any posts they'd like to share? Okay, I think we're going to wrap for today. And you've been listening to Shadows Pub host, Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us on PYPT. Join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern, and until then, keep on creating. And yep, it's all about community. And oh, bye, Wilma.